Devolution has been hailed as the major pillar of the Kenyan constitution. Government has literally been moved closer to the people.
Citizen participation is an integral part of the Kenya constitution. Citizens are required to participate in policy making, in legislation, that is lawmaking, and even in leadership. It's also a thread that is brought out through the equality principle, so that if citizens are participating jointly with their leaders, it means it's not a master-servant relationship, but more or less like an equality of delegation of responsibilities. We've delegated our responsibility to the leaders, and the leaders should therefore lead us the way we want to be led, not any way, not anyhow. So citizen participation being an integral part of the Kenya Constitution, we thought that it's important for us to go around the country, work with the county governments, and bring to their attention this particular principle.
It is so important that when we are running these programs, it does not become antagonistic, because we are talking about dialogue and engagement. Because again, in CMD, we always like even decision making through dialogue, where you exchange views, not necessarily at an antagonistic manner, but a consultative manner, with a view to getting the solutions that are all inclusive, so that people can work together in terms of realizing the benefits of devolution. So we do not bring them on contact to engage each other in a confrontational manner, but using dialogue, because then you hear their side of the story and they hear you. If there are issues of divergence, then you agree on how to resolve them for purpose of uniting a county, so that they can get the maximum benefit on devolution.
The theme of Part 2 of My County, My Responsibility could not have come at a better time, when Kenyans are awakening to the reality of having two tiers of government. And what a better place to start than at a county in the vast and beautiful Rift Valley. Baringo County covers an area of 8,655 square kilometers. The county has a population of slightly over 555,000 as per the 2009 census. The county governor is Benjamin Cheboi, deputized by engineer Matthew Tuitoek. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. We are coming to you from the beautiful town of Baringo County. I want to welcome you very warmly to My County, My Responsibility. Of course, this is a program that seeks to motivate the public to participate in decision making within the county. Obviously, this is a very, very important topic, and we are delighted to have representations from across political parties. We do have here with us members from the Baringo County Executive. The governor is well represented here by Emily Kibet, who's a county executive in charge of youth, culture and labor. We also have representations from the Women Caucus. We have the Baringo County MCA, including the majority leader, the Speaker of the County Assembly, the business community is here, and of course the general public. I just want to give my special thanks to the supporters of this program. The Ford Foundation, the Multi-Party Center for Multi-Party Democracy is also facilitating this program, so many thanks to them as well. My name is Tom Boy, and once again, thank you for joining us. So remember that hashtag is My County, My Responsibility. We are also on Twitter. Our handle is @MyCountyMySay. So please get tweeting, tell us, make your comments on those platforms. Now, to start us off, I would wish to invite Omweri Angima, who is the programs controller, manager at the Center for Multi-Party Democracy, to tell us what the role of his organization plays in building public support for the county.
For the first time in our history, the Constitution actually imposed a burden or a responsibility and a duty on us, that you, members of the public, you, different people within the county, must take part in governance of your county, whether it is development or service delivery or identification of decisions or decision making. You have a role to play, and this role is not at the invitation of the government. It is a role which you have been given by the Constitution and the laws of the land.
We had expected, of course, the governor of Baringo, Benjamin Cheboy, but I think he's held up in other engagements, but he was kind enough to send a representative, the Baringo County executive, Emily Kibet, who's in charge of youth, culture, and labor. And I just want to invite you, because I know you would like to confirm to us the effect of citizen participation in as far as governance is concerned.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the Center for Multi-Party Democracy on behalf of Baringo County government for choosing to come to Baringo County to discuss on the progress of public participation 2 years on after the county government was established. The county government is not for the executive, neither is it for the county assembly. It is for all the citizens of Baringo County. When we came in office, first with the development of our county integrated development plan, whereby we involved all citizens right from the top to those at the grassroots level. Before it was launched, we made sure that all our citizens had an opportunity to look through our development program for the next 5 years and give their input, just to be sure that the interests of all our citizens are captured in that development plan.
Given that the governor is required by law to give an annual report on citizen participation, do you feel that this objective has been achieved?
I think so far, the governor of this county have had annual, what is called State of the County Address to the citizens on all programs of his government, which have already been done and lapsed, those which are to be done, and annually he addresses the county assembly, giving highlights on his development plan and how his government has engaged citizens in ensuring that even the development projects that are being undertaken by this county, they are actually people participatory.
You have heard your leaders speak, so I just want to get a sense of what the citizens feel about those comments that have been made.
Usually I go to parliament in Nairobi, I have access to the senators, but I cannot access to my MCA. I cannot access my MCA here. It's unreachable. Likewise to all the others.
I want to say Baringo County government is accessible to every person.
Siku ya kura mnakuja kutudanganya na mnatuambia munichague alafu nitawafanyia ABCD. Sasa hiyo mnatufikia kwa ground. Lakini siku ile uko kwa kiti unaanza kufunga kio yako, hautaki kupata mtu. So maneno yangu ni hiyo. Asante.
Kama kuna shida pengine within Kabarnet ama within Central, Baringo Sub County Central, pana jumuisha pale pengine. Sisi wengine tunatembeaga kwa town tunaona shida. So kwa hivyo bwana Tom, watu wasijumuishe sisi wote kwamba MCAs wa Baringo they are not accessible. Sisi assembly yuko wasi, hatuna shida. Ukitaka kuingia huko kama maklaba yuko na unataka kusaidiwe, hatuna upakusi kwamba huyu inatoka wapi. Sisi wote ni watumishi wenu.
Most time tunaenda mkutano mingi ya public participation. Ile vitu imepitishwa sijaona. Ndo nauliza sasa serikali ya kaunti wako na mpango gani na walemavu ya Baringo County?
You can clearly see the significance of having forums where these people come and share their issues with you. It is in your interest. It will reflect very positively at the end of your term when their issues have been addressed. So I think we need to really, again, applaud CMD for ensuring that these forums are there. You know, it saves you a lot.
For sure, the next course of action for us is to make sure that the administration of the county, together with the chiefs who work for the national administration, are merged together.
It is true that the county government needs to strengthen public participation. This county is just 2 years old, and we have tried our best. We started everything from scratch, establishing systems, ensuring that we work within the law.
Well, there you've had it. My County, My Responsibility is a program that is designed to rope in citizens in decision-making at the county level. From the vast Rift Valley, the team travels to the semi-arid Kitui County in the former eastern province of Kenya. The county has a population of slightly over 1 million people, according to the last census carried out in 2009, covering an area of 24,385 square kilometers. The presence of Governor Dr. Julius Malombe and Deputy Governor Penina Malonza set the stage for what was to be an interesting town hall debate.
I want to start by throwing my first question to Bwana Governor by asking you, how have you promoted citizen participation in your governance?
Kitui County, as we speak today, we have implemented or are in the process of implementing a total of 1,724 projects. On 17th of April, we organized meetings in our 8 sub-counties, those are the constituency, where we invited members of the public to come and hear the projects which were in each of the 40 counties. 40 wards, sorry. When we were, for example, preparing our budgets, our annual budgets, when we were preparing our county integrated development plan, we involved our people in that process because we believe strongly that public participation is not a choice, it's a constitutional requirement, but beyond being a constitutional requirement, we have a duty under the new constitutional dispensation and governance system to ensure we, the citizens, are the bosses under this new constitution.
Just to make it as interactive, and I know it's sometimes difficult to speak after the boss has spoken, why don't I just throw it out there to any member of the public who would like to also just throw in a comment, particularly in regard to citizen participation. How is it working? Is it working for you?
Maybe you are very far from this, but on the ground, what we have been having is public dictation. People coming. What we have been having is very opposite from what you have sent your people to do.
Frankly speaking, this thing has been going on. From where I come from, we have been having it. From here at Matpapos, we have been meeting and we have been participating. For example, there are so many people who are here. They won't talk. At the end of the day, they will say they did not participate.
Right now, what we are doing here is part of the public participation.
It is true, people have been called here. We have been invited and we've come to participate as members of the public. But the question is, what have we to come to participate about? For example, in the last time that we were called to participate in budget meetings. But you know, if we've got to make meaningful participation, then we've got to be, it is good for us to get this information in good time so that we can study it and be able to contribute. The civil society did present to the county assembly a public participation petition with 8,000 signatures. And so at one point, I'm hoping that the county assembly is going to answer, where has that petition gone?
Why would, because we have some reports that there are some youth in this county who are collecting signatures to petition your government to pass public participation laws. What would your response be to that?
Thank you very much. And I appreciate all the comments which have been given. And I would like to encourage even more critical comments, but truthful. What I do not expect and what nobody should do is to be untruthful, because you are not helping yourself, you are not helping this county. Even the gentlemen who are saying they are coming up with a petition, they need to subject that to public participation, because they say they are doing it on behalf of the people.
Listening to the various comments that have come through, I get a sense that there is still some room for you to move in aggressively and come up with interventions that will make the public feel that they are part and parcel of your government.
Yeah. First of all, Tom, I don't think we can, based on the comments which have been made here, say the verdict, the sum total of the verdict of what has been said is there is no public participation takes place here. It does take place. What I'm hearing is there is need for improvements. There are some people who don't feel things are being done right. And the question you're asking me
and how do you
is
respond
what
to those people?
We do, or I can do as a county leader to improve that. And there are some things we have said we'll do because we like listening to our people.
The governor has said he would like to listen to you.
Last year, there was a call for public participation on the finance bill. The traders of this county refused or did not turn up for public participation on the finance bill. Only after it had been passed to go out demonstrating.
I would love where a county, when appointment comes in the county boards, I know our ODM member is there, Ford Kenya is there, Mark is there, and other parties that are in this county. Governor, be inclusive as far as political parties are concerned.
I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying this because it's feedback. Mnaniambia ni nini ambacho tunatakiwa kufanya ili tutengeneze hii kitu yetu.
We are leaders who would want to listen and integrate what is coming forth, because we are in a new dispensation where actually the power is with the citizen and we are your servants. And therefore I want to believe that we've taken a lot of note on what is coming forth and we will be committing ourselves to implement. Thank you.
One of those ways of communicating is obviously through forums like this where the citizens participate. So as we conclude, let me invite the facilitators of the show, Center for Multi-Party Democracy.
You have heard your government, the government has heard you. That is the essence of citizen participation. I'm sure there are lessons you have learned from here. There are gaps which have been closed between you and the government. And of course, there are opportunities for improvement, which is a theme which I've had here.